Hello, everybody, and welcome back to When Reality Hits. I have with me today Cutie Patootie.
Oh, man. You're too kind.
Is that okay I say that?
That's okay, yeah.
Okay, because it might be a little flirty in this podcast.
No, it's okay.
Grant Ellis,
How you doing?
former Bachelor.
How you guys doing? How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
That's good.
Season 29.
Season 29.
That's a long time.
It's a lot of bachelors to get through.
A lot. Like, I remember Trista and Ryan.
Right.
They were like the first couple. Is that right? Do you know?
I do know.
Okay.
If you guys are listening, I do know. There's something like that, I think.
Yeah. So I actually met them not that long ago at an award show, and I was like, you were like iconic.
Yeah,
and they're still together.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's
amazing. Yeah, that's
They got
amazing.
kids, everything.
Wow.
So it does work sometimes.
It works. It didn't work for me, but it works. It definitely works.
So before we dive into that, I like to go to the beginning,
Right.
if that's okay with you.
Of course.
How did you get started on your reality TV journey?
Oh, my gosh. So prior to this, I was never in reality. I never really watched reality TV. I was like a straight sports junkie, basketball. And then, so I was in a 7-year relationship and we broke up and I was just like, okay, you know what? Like, got my heart broken. I was tired of just going through that constant cycle. So I ended up was being to myself. My mom watched the first season of The Golden Bachelor.
My mom loves The Bachelor too.
And I remember I was working because I'm in the stock market. I was working in the morning and she called me. We had a conversation. She's like, oh, by the way, I signed you up for The Bachelorette. I was like, what? And I wasn't going to do it.
Wait, she just did it for you, like out of nowhere?
Randomly just signed me
Did she
up.
watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette or only Golden Bachelor?
Oh, The Golden Bachelor.
Wow.
And then
so she was like, my son needs to be on this, even though I've only watched the older.
She only watched the season where everybody was getting along.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so that was that. And then signed me up. And then I was like, man, should I do this? Because I had to put work aside and put all my accounts on freeze. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. You know, I could find love on here. There's so many things that could happen. And then I ended up getting sent home on Gen season, and they asked me to be the next Bachelor, which was a surprise. And then I just took it.
Okay, so you were on Gen seasons first.
Gen seasons first.
Yeah. Okay. And then what was it like whenever you got the call that you were going to be the next Bachelor?
Man, I don't even know what headspace I was in. It was just like a crazy situation, because The Bachelor is such an iconic franchise. It's basically a worldwide, and to be the lead, it's like I don't know. It's not too many people could say they're the lead of that show. And
yeah,
it came with a lot of criticism and a lot, because people don't know what it's like being the lead. Like, I remember when I was on Gen season and she sent me home and I was like, man, what's going on?
How far did you make it? Because I watched to prep for this.
Yeah.
I watched like your first episode and your last episode. I'm sorry,
no, it's okay.
but I'm a busy woman. I'm a busy woman, so I don't get to watch all the Bachelor seasons. But
Right.
I do like my research by like watching your first, your last, and then going on your Instagram, and seeing like who you
and
are,
seeing who I am. Yeah. No, I on Gen season I made it to. I feel like I was like a race or something. I placed top 7. I placed top 7.
It's such a competition.
I know,
and
right?
I'm so competitive. I'd be like, I better make it to the top.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like in the environment, I feel like a lot of people it's easy to get lost in like trying to win the competition.
That's one of my questions I have written down for you. Actually, is. Yes, people want to do it for love,
Right.
but like the competition part of it, do you think that makes people feel like they're in love faster?
I think the whole the show has a really good formula. They're good at what they do, and they know how to make people be in the ambiance of love. They're taking you on these dates, and then I think
you're like traveling and doing the most amazing dates ever.
And plus, they when what's that saying? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. So it's like when you're not there, and then you pop in every once in a while. Like,
we got like 25 other people.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this man. And then
you mean like for the girls?
For the girls,
yeah.
For the contestants. So it's like it does really, listen, dating. I think that's maybe like you can't always be too available because when somebody has time to think about you, they miss you. So that's part of the show.
That is true.
Yeah.
But so you think that like whenever you would see a girl, maybe they would try harder?
Yeah, and then
But is that real or not?
Listen,
That's what you have to figure out as the Bachelor, I guess?
Yeah, you have to figure it out, and that's where it's hard. You know, you have to really make things work post show, and find out who the person is and the same interests and this and that. And and during the show, you don't really spend that much time with the person. And when you do, it's like you don't want to. You're not asking 21 questions. You're just enjoying so it's like
like making out or something.
Or making out. Or making out.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
What would be one of the first questions that you would ask a girl?
I didn't come in there with a game plan. It's like
You didn't?
I was just on my personality. I'm laid back, so I didn't come in there like, what's your favorite color? Like, what do you do on the weekend? I just it was trying to catch a vibe and hang out and really get to know the person. Obviously, you ask questions. I wasn't like, what's your financial situation? I wasn't asking that. I was kind of just, I was intentional, but I was trying. I didn't want to make it like an interview.
But you are in, what did you say, stocks?
Yeah, I'm in the stock market.
Okay, so you can tell me what to do with my money?
Legally, no, but on the side, I could give you some plays for sure.
But that doesn't matter to you if a girl is
no. Honestly,
independent.
It's not a criteria. If she does have it, if she doesn't, I definitely like to, provide, and I like to do things like that. But if she wants to be independent, that's on her. If she doesn't, that's on her. I'm not, some of my friends are like, she has to make this amount of money, and I know people look at that. But for me, I'm a hustler, so like I try to make things work, and it's nice to have things to fall back on. But if she wants to do her own thing, as long as she has a passion and ambition, that's what it's about.
I like that. But also, what if the woman makes more money?
I don't mind. You're going to have to outpace me. So it's, but I think if the woman makes more money, I think that's fine. As I could, I know where to place it. I know what to do with it. So it grows. If she's making more money, I think we could, a relationship is a unit. So you make more money, I'll tell you, where we could put it so it grows over a period of time.
What you're allowed to say.
What I'm allowed to say. Well, in a relationship, I could definitely give you some insider truth.
I always like to ask people that because becoming a breadwinner in my last relationship really messed my relationship up.
Yeah, I could see as a man, if you're insecure in that, it could. But if you got your own hustle and you know what to do, and you have a skill set, if you're making more money than a man, he can give you input. Like, listen, maybe we should do this, or maybe we should place this here, or put this much in saving, or do this, and you have your own money, but let's have a joint account and have that grow. It's like,
but it wouldn't be intimidating.
No, it wouldn't be intimidating. Okay. Because I know that's what I do. I multiply money. So it's like you make all the money. We could grow it together.
Just wondering, because I'm like, so many of these men are so intimidated by successful, independent women.
Men, I think,
because I feel like roles are changing a little bit, and a lot of people don't like that.
They're definitely changing.
Yeah,
and but I think that women work equally as hard as men, and with me,
if not harder, because moms and everything.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They work harder. I think roles in relationships or gender roles or whatever, it's not the same anymore, and I think that us as men, I on the season, I started off with the strength of a woman. That was my speech, because you guys offer so much diversity in what we think. Like, I only see things a certain way. I'm like, go to the gym, make money, work out. And you and women see things in a way where emotionally they're I think that's one of the strongest.
Not always emotionally, but what's best.
What's best. You know what I'm saying? But you guys offer that emotional side as well. Something that I'm learning as I get older. I'm trying to tap in more. And I've had women be like, oh, well, maybe you should see things this way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, maybe I should.
And you're open to that.
And I'm open to that,
That's amazing.
But I am stubborn in some areas. I'm not going to sit here and say I am stubborn in some areas. I think everybody's stubborn.
Okay, what areas are you stubborn in?
Well, I'm pretty sure like you've gotten to where you are in life by sticking to your guns. And I feel like I really have to trust you in order for you to be like, to be like, you know what, let's go your way. I think because in my life, I in my season, my father, which we've mended our relationship so much now.
I want to talk about your father so much.
Yeah,
that's okay.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
I take his word now and I listen, but my whole life, I didn't. I was like, you know what? In order for me to succeed, I have to do things my way. It has to be my way, and because I couldn't really, because he was under the substance. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it my way. So now in my later years, I'm like, I hate for me to listen to somebody and then it fails, and I could be like, I could have just did it. I could have just did
Yeah.
it.
It's hard for you to accept help because you were
help.
so used to doing it by yourself.
Right, and I think some of the producers on the show, and they'd see that, they would tell me to do some certain things, and I was just like, I'm doing it my way. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that I'm learning now, and I was really humbled by the show because the media space and social media. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I'm really leaning on my resources now.
Yeah, of course. So let's talk about your dad a little bit.
Of course.
If that's okay with you.
Of course.
I grew up with addiction in my family as well.
Right.
So what does it mean to you to see your dad living a sober life? And what advice would you give to other people struggling with the same situations in their life as a child, or for me, a spouse or a brother or a sister?
Man, it means everything. I think it's taught me forgiveness in such a unique way because, holding a grudge is easy, and
the worst thing you can do, though.
It's so easy. It's like looking at somebody for their faults and not seeing how many faults you got is so easy to do. So it's like when somebody messes up, nowadays my dad will call me and he'll give me advice and I'll listen. As before, I used to be like, I'm not listening.
Yeah.
Now I'll try to listen and because I know we're all on borrowed time. So it's like him, I definitely try to listen and forgive all the things and let that go. Let that in the past. I don't even hold that against him no more. I'm like, you know what? We're going to start fresh.
How long has he been sober?
It's going on 2 years now.
Oh, amazing.
Going on
Congrats.
almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm so happy for you and your family.
Yeah,
because I know that's life-changing.
It's life-changing. It's really restored our relationship.
Oh, I love that.
So.
Your family seems so beautiful. Your sister is gorgeous. Your mom is gorgeous.
Well, all families have their faults. My family definitely has their faults.
Mine too. I'm from a huge family in Kentucky, very religious family. We all have our ins and outs. We all live on the same property of a 500-acre farm, all next door neighbors.
Right.
Fight like crazy sometimes, love each other the most of the time. Trust me, I understand it.
Right.
I do. Okay. Switching gears, how did you handle dating 25 beautiful women at one time? Did you feel pressure to make them all seen by you? Because obviously, how the hell do you make 25 beautiful women feel seen?
Honestly, I think that's just I naturally do that. Like when I'm with somebody, I try to really, not that I try, I make them feel seen or heard. I try to do that. So for me, and I think contrary to belief, I think in The Bachelor, when you're the role of the Bachelor, I don't think that's the best thing to do because you don't think
you should listen to everybody?
I think you should listen to everybody. But I don't think you should be. I think if the mistake that I made up my season is I had some women that I really liked and someone I knew that I necessarily probably wasn't going to be with, but I still treated the date like I gave it my all, and I think that gave room for false narrative.
I see what you're saying.
I think in The Bachelor, it's so easy because you break up and then he said this and they were. So when you're on The Bachelor, it's like if you know, okay, this person I'm probably not gonna be with, you gotta send them home.
Right.
You gotta send them home. There's no room for interpretation. With me, I was like, I want everybody to come out here and learn a lesson. And and then at the end they're like, well, you made me feel like this, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I was just trying to be present, See,
I'm such a people pleaser, so if I was like the Bachelorette, it would be very hard for me to hurt somebody's feelings. But if I was a contestant, I would be like, I'm gonna freaking win.
I think that's the only difference between the Bachelor and the Bachelorette. It's very easy when you're the lead and you're a male to be villainized. I think it's very easy because you kind of have to do. It's like there's no room for error. I went on the show, I wasn't sleeping with everybody. I tried to, and then even words that I said were misconstrued and this and that. I'm like, it's so hard to do everything. It's like, how do you do everything perfect?
That's not just The Bachelor. I've been on reality TV for over 10 years now, and it doesn't really matter what you say. You're never going to make everybody happy. And it's something I've had to learn because I'm like, oh, wait, I'm nice. I'm the nice one on the show. Why do you hate me so much?
That's what happened. Everybody's like, screw this guy. And I'm like, like, whoa. But I feel like, and another mistake I made on the show, I feel like I went in there and I was trying to be too perfect. I should have just been, not to say I wasn't myself, but I should have just been like, if I had a moment where I was unhinged, just be unhinged. I was trying to be trying to be too up, trying to be a good example. It's like, just be yourself.
So my girl Janet has recently gotten me into Pilates, and I freaking love it. And I can't always get to the gym because I'm very busy. So I found something that I love for my house, Tonal. It is amazing. Exercise is a powerful tool for managing stress and staying grounded. It's a form of self-care that I definitely need. Tonal revolutionized home strength training. Now they've reimagined Pilates. No more hulky reformer, no more complicated springs and levers, just personal resistance that automatically adjusts to the optimal resistance as you gain strength. Expert guidance from Coach Kristen McGee helps refine your form so you get the most out of every move. Pilates on Tonal unlocks deeper mobility, core strength, and muscle definition. Plus, you'll feel sharper, more grounded, and less stressed. Pilates is the perfect complement to strength training. Improving mobility and range of motion makes your other workouts more effective. Pilates on Tonal is way more than just Pilates on Tonal. They have a growing library of 3,000 plus workouts that range from strength training to cardio, yoga, recovery, and more. Tonal is the ultimate strength training system, a full gym's worth of equipment, coaching from expert personal trainers, on demand 24/7 in your home. Right now, Tonal is offering something special just for our listeners. Go to Tonal.com and use the promo code RealityHits to get $200 off your Tonal purchase. That's Tonal.com, promo code RealityHits. Life's been a little crazy lately, and one thing that helps me unwind is Cornbread Hemp's CBD gummies. I am not a good sleeper whatsoever, so taking these CBD gummies at night has helped me so much. I'm an overthinker, so my mind will not shut off. And I have really been able to see a difference since using Cornbread, and I absolutely love it. It's been great. For me, whenever I have anxiety and different stuff like that, I just cannot fall asleep. So this has been a major help in my everyday schedule, and it's been helping me go to sleep so much. Cornbread Hemp's CBD gummies are made to help you feel better, whether it's stress, discomfort, or just needing a little relaxation. They only use the best part of the hemp plant, the flower, for the purest and most potent CBD. Formulated to help relieve discomfort, stress, and sleeplessness, all products are third-party lab tested and USDA organic to ensure safety and purity. Right now, when Reality Hits, listeners can save 30% on their first order. Just head to cornbreadhemp.com/reality and use code REALITY at checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/reality and use code REALITY at checkout. I think that's very important. Like, anytime somebody comes on a show with me or something and they're like, as an OG, which I can call myself an OG now, but they're like, what advice would you give somebody? And I'm always like, be yourself. Say things that you can talk about, and then later on, stand by what you said. Don't just sugarcoat stuff just because you're worried about the comment section. You know, it's very important to be real because people can see right through that
people
stuff.
Can see, and I think that, because I watched back and I was like, man, I think there was a disconnect between who Grant is and then, because The Bachelor historically is, it caters to a certain audience and it's like very traditional, and that's just like not me. You know what I'm saying? So I think that I do have traditional values, but I lived in Newark for 8 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, my father was addicted to drugs and he's sober now, and like I took the train to school when I was in the city, and so when we're dancing to Bridgerton and like I'm riding horses, I'm like what is going on? I'm trying my best here. So I feel like
I love dancing to Bridgerton. Did you really dance to Bridgerton?
Yeah,
I must have missed that episode.
We had a date with Bridgerton, and I'm playing golf, and I just with me, and
you had to do the.
Yeah,
I don't even know what it's called.
I was dancing. And I'm like, I listen to Biggie. Like, I listen to Tupac. I listen to, I you know what I'm saying? So
you like Lil Wayne?
I like Lil Wayne.
See? Okay,
even down to the wardrobe, like very traditional, like suits. And for me, it's like, I'm a little bit different. So, and the audience sees through that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's a disconnect between who I am and then what I'm presented to be. And I feel like that played into some of
that makes sense. Also, whenever you're on The Bachelor, I feel like you're always doing these grand dates, and then in real life, you're not going to be doing that.
Just trying to get some ice cream and listen to music.
Like sit on the couch and watch Netflix.
Yeah, right.
Oh my goodness. Okay, who of the ladies had the most embarrassing introduction to you? because they all come up. I was watching that today, and I was like, I couldn't believe what some of them do.
Oh, man.
But they're trying to get your attention, you know?
Yeah, they're trying. Some of them are still trying to.
Really?
No,
Wait, give me the tea.
I'm not. I can't because I'm not going to give this one girl some clout.
Okay.
She's just fiending for it. But I'm just. I think all of them had great entrances. All of them had great entrances, and
You got to tell me one.
one of the most embarrassing ones.
It doesn't even have to be embarrassing. It could just be like, wow, that was a lot.
Oh man, I don't want to say anything because then they're gonna make a TikTok about me and be like,
You can say.
I just don't.
You can say which one stood out, and that could be a positive or a negative thing. We won't say which.
Well, obviously the lady I picked, Juliana, her stood out. We had cannolis, and then Latia was my runner-up. She made a sparkling basketball, which
Oh, okay.
sparkle. I
Yes.
think it was like sparkling. I forget what it was, but
that was
stood
cute.
out.
Yeah.
So a lot of them stood out. A woman named Vicky came out with a cannon, and that showed her personality because she was not scared to hit anybody with that thing, and that's her, you know. So
What did you think about the girl that came out with the wedding cake?
the wedding cake was good. The wedding cake was good. She
Really?
she planned ahead. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, whoa. But if you liked it, that's all that matters. That's great. Okay, fast forward to the finale. Why did you ultimately choose Juliana over Latia?
How much do I want? Okay, so
Give us the honest answer.
I'll give you the honest answer. When it came to the situation with Latia, like I really like Latia. Honestly, I did love her. I definitely had strong feelings for her, but I think my deciding factor was.
So you were in love with both of them, you think?
I was.
Like, actually in love?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I was, and I went in there with my heart. And I think the deciding factor was, who I felt most comfortable with in that moment and what I could see life looking afterwards. And I think, the whole thing, I think the difference between me and Latia was she didn't tell me about her, the religious thing. I didn't know that she was a Mormon, and I had already told her I loved her. And when that happened, I was like, man, can I see myself, being in Utah or like, I'm from the East Coast, and then and then there was a lot of things in chemistry. So a lot of people don't know that led to my some of my decision, and and you have to make things in such a fast paced time. And, I went with my heart, and that's what it is.
Are you happy you went with your heart?
Yeah, I'm happy. You know, I, with me and my final pick, Juliana, we had a lot of differences, and a lot of differences, and we just wasn't. Our personalities were like complete opposites, but on the show it wasn't like that. So that was kind of.
So you figured out things about her after the show because obviously you don't have enough time.
Right.
To get to know every single thing about somebody.
Right. And she probably figured things about me that she didn't like. And I figured about things about her, and I was like, oh. But I was willing to try to make it work, and I think she was too. It just didn't work.
Who broke up with who?
So we had a conversation. We had a conversation before we were going to Aruba, and we're like, you know what? I don't think things are working. And we agreed to like split ways. And then when we were in Aruba, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm willing to try to make it work. And she just was like, I don't think I'm not really willing. And I was like, I respect that. But, because we were engaged, and there was like, there were so many things to do. We cut it literally right after that. But I commend her because when she saw it wasn't working, she was like, you know what? I don't want to do this. And then at first I was like, I don't know about this. And I was like, let me try. Let's try. Let's try. And where she was like, she saw what it was, and she was like, I don't know if I really want to try. So, but that's how a relationship goes. One person probably wants to try and make it work, the other person doesn't.
Yeah.
So that's the way it works.
Do you still think you're ready for a relationship right now?
I'm ready, but with me, I'm not, like I said, I'm not looking for it. I'm not like desperate to, my life right now is not revolving around somebody else. It's revolving around my purpose and what I'm trying to build. And when somebody comes and adds to that, that's what it is. Until then,
great.
I'm single.
Yeah, same me. I'm single.
Single as cookies. Single as a Pringle.
Single. Oh my God, I said single as a Pringle and Watch What Happens Live, and people couldn't believe that. That must be like a.
That's like a thing.
Yeah, I'm like, how did nobody else hear of single as a Pringle?
I was watching the Bachelor in Paradise, and this guy, his name is Dale. He was like, I deaded it. And where I'm from, people
what
say
did he say?
He's like, I deaded it.
Deaded it? Okay.
Deaded it. Where I'm from, people say that. It's
okay.
It's like slang, but the whole audience was like, what does that mean? Deaded it. It's like, was it alive? I was like, no, it just means that you deaded the situation.
Oh, deaded, not like
yeah, like
in
it's
dead.
dead. Yeah, it's like, no, it's dead. I dead you, sir. No. It's like it's dead. Like it's over with.
Okay, I deaded it.
I deaded it. It's slang, you know.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. Do I like that? I don't know.
Like,
I can't decide. I can't decide. Okay. Recently, you openly talked about choosing to be celibate.
Right.
On your Instagram.
Right.
What led you to that decision?
Man.
And has that been since before The Bachelor or after?
I was celibate before The Bachelor.
Okay, so you weren't hooking up with the girls on the show?
I wasn't hooking up with the well. I mean,
you were just kissing.
We were kissing.
Okay.
Before The Bachelor, obviously, when I was in a relationship, I was out. But just for me, when I'm in something, I like. I don't get in a lot of relationships. I've been in 2 my whole life. So when I do, I put my all into it. And for me, like putting my all into something and then being super intimate and physical with somebody, I want that to be meaningful. I want it to last. So I'm choosing to like the best I can to try to withhold until I find my right person. But like I said, we're human and it's like people make decisions. So I'm sticking to that and I'm doing my best and I want my next relationship to be the one. That's why if you're not it, I'm just not gonna.
Yeah. No, that's great. And I think whoever you end up with, like, will respect that.
Right.
And
they go, you know what I'm saying? And when we do have sex, it'll be great.
Okay, so you're saying you're good at sex. No,
that's what I'm good. But I'm waiting.
Yeah, okay. Love that. Good for you. You also have been talking about starting a show. A dating show.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the show that I'm starting is going to have my own twist on it. It's based off the premises of Hitch with Will Smith, where he's like, I don't know, the younger kids may not know.
Yeah. No, I know.
Where he's like a dating coach. It's called Spin the Block. So there's going to be a woman who's the prize, and there's going to be 3 guys, and she rejects 2 of them, and then one guy has all the characteristics, but he's just missing something. And then that's where I come in as the host. He spends the day with me, take him shopping, introduce him to some guests. I'm really tied in with the athlete world, some of the Lakers guys, and teach him how to dress, talk, maybe dance, or just get that extra swag, and he has a chance to spin the block on the person that once rejected him and see if she...
Cute.
Yeah, so that's what it is. It's based off a Hitch.
Okay, so where are you going to do that? Like on...
Yeah, well,
is
so
there
it's
a
gonna
show?
we're gonna
like
it's
a
gonna
platform or
platform. It's gonna be streamed. We're gonna do it on. We're gonna pitch it to a couple bigger agencies, bigger companies, but it's gonna be YouTube, Instagram, and stream.
Oh, amazing!
That's what we're doing. Yeah.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, thank you.
Quick question before I go into some fan questions. How do you feel about The Bachelor pivoting next season? Because now they're going to have Taylor Frankie Paul, who's from The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a celebrity. Yeah. And before it's always been, somebody from the season prior or something like that. Like, how do you feel about that?
I think they're doing a good job. I think that's the direction that they need to go. They need to be, not everything's perfect. So it's like they need to be, I think they're going a good direction. I think coming off the show, I was really taken back by how the audience, how much I was criticized by the audience.
Aww.
I think
you seem so sweet.
But that's the thing. But I think, at a moment I was thinking, I was a little bit, not that I was a little bit, I didn't know if it was like, oh man, is it because I'm black or is it because this? But I don't think it's that. I think like, I'm going to break down the business terms. Like if you have a product and you try to pitch it to a certain audience, it's all about your audience or the niche. So like, if someone like me were to be on Love Island, probably more well received. But as opposed to, I got tattoos, the way I talk. I remember I went down the stairs in the mall. I was like, "What's up, girl?" And people were like, "What's up, girl? What do you say?" So I was like, it's just my slang and the way I talk. So I think The Bachelor's trying to go trying to diversify and go in a new brand, which I think is good.
Okay. So you don't, I had Ben Higgins on recently.
Yeah.
He was a former Bachelor
he was a former
as well.
Bachelor, yeah.
And he said that he was worried. I mean, I don't know if he said worried, but he was like, I'm just wondering what's going to happen in the future, if it's always going to have to be like a new celebrity every season, or if they'll go back to, like maybe whoever is first runner-up on her season, they'll be the Bachelor.
They could switch it up.
Yeah.
They could switch it up. It doesn't always have to be a new celebrity, but I think The Bachelor and The Bachelorette saw it needed an oomph, and that's what they brought in. So
I think let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It'll be good TV for sure.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a couple rapid questions.
Yeah, for sure.
You ready? Okay, who's your celebrity crush?
Ooh, I really don't have a celebrity crush. I think
how do you not have a celebrity crush?
I don't know. I just like normal people. But back in the day, it was probably Christina Milian from Love Don't Cost.
Oh my gosh, I love Christina Milian.
She was great. That was my celebrity crush.
Yes, she's beautiful. Yeah. Okay, so that was like your growing up.
That was my growing
crush.
Up celebrity crush.
Okay, what's a relationship deal breaker?
Somebody who treats people poorly, and somebody who's too conceited. I don't like that. Get out the mirror.
Hate that shit.
Like,
I do. I hate that so bad. Oh my gosh, drives me crazy. Won't even go into that. But yeah, been through that, done that. Hate that.
It's the
if
worst.
Somebody's rude to a server,
I hate that.
That's the biggest red flag.
Be nice.
Yeah.
You don't know how much kindness could like lower somebody's guards.
Exactly.
Like, you know.
And you never know what anybody's going through, so always be kind. I say this at the end of every episode. I'm like, be kind. Never choose to be an Instagram troll. That's the worst thing you can ever be in life.
And I box, so it's like they say he bleeds like you bleed. She bleeds like you bleed. So somebody, you know, you're never bigger than somebody else.
Exactly.
So it's
like chill the hell out.
Chill out. Take a chill pill.
Okay. Have you ever watched Vanderpump Rules or The Valley?
No, I never watched
So you have no idea
I have no
about
idea.
my life?
I have no idea. But I have no idea, but I'm going to watch. I'm getting more into reality TV.
You do not have to watch. I'm telling you. No.
You're interviewing me. I got to watch.
You don't have to watch. Maybe like next season, but that's okay. I was just wondering if you knew anything about my life.
Okay.
Okay, most embarrassing thing to ever happen to you on a date?
Most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me on a date, man. I stepped outside of my comfort zone and I tried to play the piano and sing to somebody on a date on the show.
Aww.
That didn't go well.
That's sweet.
She got the ick.
She did?
She said she did.
It's like you're reading my mind because the next question is, what gives you the ick?
What gives me the ick?
Yeah.
Probably somebody who's rude to people.
Yeah.
I probably would be like, somebody who's rude to people on a date.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a couple questions that I always ask everybody on my show. What is your favorite reality show?
My favorite reality show probably was Survivor back in the day.
Oh, Survivor.
No, not Survivor. Fear Factor. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, Fear Factor. Does that still happen?
No, I think it closed down, but that was my favorite.
Closed down.
They shut it down. It's no longer open.
Yeah, Fear Factor was wild.
It was wild.
I just did Special Forces. Have you heard of that show?
Oh, I heard that. It's still going.
Yes,
still going.
I just did it last season. It just aired.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
You did Special Forces?
Don't watch that.
Oh, you watched it?
No.
I'm watching it.
I did season 4. Not good.
I'm watching.
I was first out. But I jumped out of a helicopter, and heights are my biggest fear.
Heights? Me
yeah,
too. Are you still scared of heights after that?
I was still terrified.
Okay.
But it's like I had to jump out of a helicopter and rappel down in like 105 degrees in Morocco.
Oh
it was an amazing experience, but
That's amazing.
I sucked.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I sucked so bad, and I was like, dang it, because I really wanted to do good, but it was so hard. It was just not.
It wasn't your cup of tea.
No.
It's okay.
But I'm like, I could try again. If they bring back like all the worst people from the show and do like a redo, I feel like I would be really good at it.
That would be funny. That would be funny.
So definitely don't watch that, okay?
Definitely watch it.
I think it's very important to have affordable mental health services. If you're going through something big or small, it's always good to have someone to talk to. And a lot of people aren't always able to get the help that they need. So I think it's very important to be able to afford it and to be able to have someone who really cares. Rula is on a mission to make high-quality mental health care from a licensed professional easy and affordable for everyone. They take most major insurance plans, and the average copay is only $15 per session. You can now get the quality care you need when you need it at a price you can afford. Rula isn't just affordable. They stick with you throughout your journey, making sure you get the best therapy and that you're making progress. With Rula, every provider is carefully vetted and chosen for their expertise. You'll always know you're in the hands of quality providers who are dedicated to making real progress in your care. With Rula, you can find the right therapist for you. Rula partners with a network of over 15,000 therapists and psychiatrists nationwide, enabling you to find your personal personalized solution and the right therapist for you based on your needs, preferences, and state requirements. Pay as little as $15 per session, but depending on your benefits, your copay could be as little as $0 per session. Thousands have already trusted Roulette to support them on their journey toward improved mental health and overall well-being. Head over to roulette.com/realityhits to get started today. After you sign up, they ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them our show sent you. Go to RULA.com/realityhits and take the first step towards better mental health today. You deserve quality care from someone who cares. When life gets busy, meal prep usually falls off the list. And even when we do it, it's the same boring chicken and rice on repeat. That's why I reach for Tempo. Balanced, fresh meals that are actually good for you, taste great, and are ready in minutes. No skipping meals, no sad takeout, no endless prep. Tempo delivers fresh, chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals right to your door. Each meal is perfectly portioned for lunch or dinner and ready in just 2 minutes. That means real food, real fast, without the sad desk lunch or drive-through regret. With 20 new recipes every week made from nutrient-rich ingredients, Tempo keeps things exciting and helps you stay consistent with healthy habits. And no matter your goals, there's a Tempo meal for you. Protein-packed meals with up to 30 grams of protein, calorie-conscious, carb-conscious, even fiber-rich. It's convenient but also flexible enough to fit the way you want to eat. Tempo was even the official partner of the 2025 CrossFit Games, proving their meals are built to support optimal nutrition and performance. For a limited time, Tempo is offering my listeners 60% off your first box. Go to tempomills.com/realityhits. That's tempomills.com/realityhits for 60% off your first box. tempomills.com/realityhits. Rules and restrictions may apply. Who's your favorite reality TV star? If you can look back to your old favorite days, do you have anybody from Fear Factor or
man, I remember it being. I remember watching Flavor of Love as a kid.
Oh my God, I love Flavor of Love.
It was like, yeah, boy.
New York?
New York was probably.
Oh my gosh, she is iconic.
She was unhinged.
She is such good reality TV.
Exactly.
Were you going to say Flavor Flav? Or
I was going to say Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
I was going to say Flavor Flav, but New York was
yeah.
It's a good one.
Oh my gosh, she told my ex that he was a demon.
Oh, yeah. Was she right?
Yeah. Maybe. Okay, couple questions from the fans, and then I'll let you go. Okay, this is from Princess Heart. How is life after The Bachelor?
Life is great, you know. Getting back to what I do, which is work, and being out here in LA and working on these projects and being able to express myself artistically is great. Mm-hmm. It's great. Life is really good.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was a short answer, but life is great. What is it? Princess Heart? What is it? What was it?
Princess Heart. It's actually Princess Heart 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
But life is great for Grant.
Life is great.
Okay, this is from Jay Shay Chance. How did reality TV help your life in a positive way?
Man, the biggest blessing I got out of the show was my dad. Was what happened with my dad, and somebody reached out, offered him a job at a sober home. Oh. He's sober. That was the biggest blessing that came.
That's
from
amazing.
The show.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah, that was worth all the trauma.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That's incredible. That's a great answer. What's your deal breaker? But I feel like we already talked about that. This is from Allison Sear. I don't know about this, so you're going to have to tell me the tea. Did he really tell Latia that she was the one throughout the whole season?
See, that's where I did not. I did not, and I think that would be unfair to the rest of the ladies that were there. And I feel like, I definitely told her I was in love with her, but at no specific point did I say you're the one. I said I'm falling for you. Mm-hmm. I said I do love you, but I still had other relationships. So
you're like, I love you, but
yeah, I was like,
you're probably not the one.
I was like, I love you, and I think it's very possible to love somebody and have those. I think love. I really cared for her. I knew her story. I met her family. I did love her, but I still had other dates that I was going on, and that's why I don't date multiple people now. I just
do not. Maybe that's not your cup of tea. For
maybe
the
that's
future.
not my cup of tea. Let me ask you guys a question: if you are in that situation and you have feelings for somebody,
okay,
do you tell them that you love them, or do you hold it back just because you're scared? Or do you you express how you feel?
I think I would tell them I have feelings about them. I'm not sure if I would say I love them.
Right.
I dated somebody kind of a little bit, and he kept telling me he loved me, and I was like, I'm not.
You're like, yeah.
I wouldn't tell him that, and we weren't together. So it's like,
that's true.
Like,
that's
thank
true.
goodness I didn't do that. I think like when you love somebody, you like really can tell the difference.
But at the same time, like, is it possible to genuinely care and love somebody and not be in a relationship with them, like, or be in love with somebody and be like it's?
I think there's a difference between love and in love. Like, you can love somebody and, like, I care about this person. I think they're a great person. But when you're in love with somebody, like, you're in love with them. Like, you want to marry them.
But can you be in love with somebody and be like, I don't think this is going to work. Like, I don't think that, based off of.
You can definitely. But, like, for me, I was with somebody for 10 years. Mm-hmm. And I had to, like, leave that situation because of a lot of stuff I went through. And that didn't mean I didn't love him anymore. But I already had been with that person for 10 years. Right. So you definitely can. It just depends on, like, the timing.
It depends on the timing.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah.
So.
That makes sense. So I probably shouldn't have said I probably shouldn't have said that.
Hey, I wasn't there. Yeah, I don't know how you were feeling. Yeah. Do what you want to do.
Listen, I catch feelings, so that's like that's why I'm not seeing anybody now. Okay.
Yeah, no, I catch feelings too, but it's like
you have to watch your.
Yeah, I think I've grown in that way.
Right. 100%.
As I've gotten older and the things that I've been through, I'm like, I'm not just going to run around and tell everybody I love them. Right. Like, it just can't happen anymore.
That makes sense.
I could be like, I like you. You're hot, but we'll see what happens. Okay, this is from Lime Life Refresh. I love these names.
Like a Sprite.
I know, right? Sprite, Squirt, Mountain Dew. Biggest misconception of you?
That I'm a player. People think I'm a player. I don't know if it's based off of appearances or based off of, I don't know the way I carry myself, but I was getting all season. Like, he's a player, this and that.
I think a lot of people think like basketball players. I'm from Kentucky, so come on. Right. We got like the best basketball team in the, in the U.S.
For sure. I think a lot of basketball players are, and maybe, I think not everybody, but a lot of people go through a phase in their life where they're like, they're talking to people, whatever. But I was like that when I was like 19 or 20 in college. Like, I was trying, and then I was like, it's time to grow up. And I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. I just don't feel. And then you see what that does to somebody. It hurts people. So like for me, I don't like having that. And I try my hardest to in my life not move like that. Mm-hmm. So to get on TV and people to be like, oh, he's a player. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool, but people are going to think what they think. Okay, so he's not a player. He just looks like one. I just look like one, Okay, this is from Ash Ray. Is there someone in the Bachelor franchise he has a crush on? Is there somebody in the Bachelor franchise I have a crush on? No, there's not anybody in the Bachelor franchise. I've actually been pretty distant from the Bachelor franchise, which is kind of I have my circle, and I think the only person I really talk to from Bachelor franchise is Hakeem. That's my boy, Mm-hmm. Like, but in terms of no, I don't have any crush on anybody. Okay, no crushes. No crushes. All right, a couple more. Olivia G. West, what would you have done differently if you did it again? I probably wouldn't allow myself to be in my feels and say that I love you or that I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We'll end with my mom saying, I love Grant. Hey, listen. She's like, is he single? Thank you, Mama. She's like, I watch him on The Bachelor. He has a great family, too. Thank you. That's so what my Mama Sherry said about you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Can you tell everybody where to find you, your Instagram handles? Yes, you could find me at Grant Ellis _ and make sure you tune in to my show. It's coming very soon if you want to see good entertainment and a good time and intentional dating. Awesome. Thanks for coming on, and thanks everybody for tuning in to When Reality Hits. I love y'all. Stay positive. Don't be an Instagram troll. Thank you, guys. Ya. Love you too. Bye.
This October, Fear is free on Pluto TV with horror movie collections from Paranormal Activity, The Ring. You will die in 7 days. Scream. And From Dusk Till Dawn. This is my kind of place. And don't miss the man-made nightmares in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein or the world-ending chaos in 28 Days Later. There's something in the blood. All the scares, all for free. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.